Thanks, Cal. You know me so well. She took a handful from the bag, plucked out the orange ones, and put the others back in. Do you have to touch them all? Hannah asked. I stood between them, facing Darbie, and asked her, Where in your room? She popped an orange M&M and looked up into her brain for details. On my collection stack. You know it's as tall as me. That's the pile where you store stuff you've found but don't have any place to put, right? Yet, she explained. I don't have a place to put it yet, but I will once everything is cataloged and sorted. You've heard of the Dewey Decimal System. I'm going to make my own, the Darbie Decimal System. But that's just a working title, and there won't be any decimals. Or math. What you think? Hannah tried to get her back on track. But the book wasn't on or in your pile this morning? Definitely not. I checked. Darbie chomped on more M&Ms. In fact, now that I think about it, the secret recipe book wasn't the only thing missing, because the pile was quite a bit shorter than me this morning. Or maybe I got a lot taller overnight. You know, like a growth spurt? I don't think those happen overnight, I said. There was a knock on the back door, which was not so much a knock, but more an angry bang that we all recognized. Ugh, Darbie said. I went to the door, but before opening it, said to the girls, Not a word about the book. You know how she is. Our neighbor and frenemy, Charlotte, stepped inside without bothering with hello. You keep all of your guests waiting outside like that, Kelly Quinn? You're not exactly a guest, I said. You're a neighbor? And uninvited, Hannah added. Now who's not being neighborly? Charlotte propped her hands on her hips. Is this a meeting of the secret cooking club? Charlotte had recently found out about the club and thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Then she told everyone about it. So much for secret. Hannah asked, Does it look like we're cooking? Charlotte must not have felt like mocking us at this moment, which was rare. Instead, she said, I'm here on official student council business. I'm collecting gently used books for the annual book drive, and I've come to pick up what you have. I stress gently, not like the ones we got from Darbie's house. That's what was missing from my pile. My books. The books, I confirmed. The book, Hannah said. My mom donated the book, Darbie whispered. Is there an echo in here? Charlotte asked. Most of the books from Darbie's house were in such bad shape, we had to put them straight into recycling. I hope the Quinns can step up the quality. I moved to the door and opened it. I'll bring some over later. Charlotte didn't move toward the door. I added, later today. Charlotte looked at Darbie, who was sorting M&Ms and eating only orange ones. You know they all taste the same. Not true, Darbie said. Watch. She got one of each color M&M and set them on the kitchen counter. Then she slipped a cloth napkin from under a bowl of fruit. Blindfold me, Kel. I tied the napkin around her head so she couldn't see. Wait. She lifted it and peered at Charlotte. A bet? Oh, for sure, Charlotte said. If you can name all the colors by taste, I'll let you be captain at the next soccer practice. And if you can't, deal. Darbie pulled the napkin back down and stuck out her hand. I put in a yellow. Darbie ate it. Next, I handed her blue, then red, green, brown, and orange. When she was done, she lifted the blindfold. Charlotte's hands found her hips again. Exactly the same, aren't they? Darbie said, First yellow, then blue, red, green, brown, and orange. To me, she said, You saved the best for last. Thanks, Cal. No way.